Hello truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are just west of New York City on our way up to Maine today. Just woke up and we have almost $170,000 in the bank account. So what I would like to do to actually start today, we're going to see if we can buy a truck online, not garage purchases. Where are we going to go for this? Truck dealers, that's what we need. Our Little Rock, Arkansas garage has an open garage bay, so let's go to Little Rock. And we're going to be buying from the local dealer there, which is international, it looks like. So, buy online. Probably this one right here. Custom configuration. We just want to check out a few things. What kind of chassis? Well, that I don't care about too much. Chassis-wise, looking pretty good. Overall, I want to see truck analysis and see exactly what it can haul. A 475 horse engine in there, which is not bad. Can we beef it up a little bit? If I go to a 525, how much does that add to the price? Doesn't add a whole lot. Normal cargo goes down, but heavy cargo and hill traverse goes up. What if I add an 18-speed retarder? It's got an 18-speed into it. 18-speed retarder I can afford. That is looking pretty good right there. And probably the last thing we'll do is just change the paint job to, why not that? Just why not? 163010. We can afford that. Yes. Confirm. And purchase. And of course, we want to go to this garage here, into that slot. Oh, did I pick the same color? I may have. I don't know. That's fine. Whatever. And of course, now we need a driver for said truck. Recruitment agency, just hire a driver. Well, hello, Lucas. You're a 5-star already. If I put you on balance, you should start getting some points into the good stuff. But those are some pretty good stats. We're going to hire you right away. And you can go ahead and drive yourself that new international truck. Actually, that paint color looks a little bit different, so that's good. All right, we got ourselves a driver. And now we're down to 6,000. But here we are. Here's New York City, and this is where we are. We're going actually up to Portland, Maine today, so we need to get on the road and get there, and we'll see if we have time to turn and burn. That's what we got to see if we got time for. So we don't really have a heavy load. We just got a wheel loader bucket back there. I think it weighs like 8,000 pounds, something like that. But yeah, we'll get there, I think that just said about 7 hours from now, maybe 8. So that's going to put us there somewhere around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if we could, maybe turn and burn and get out of there and drive 3 hours out of Portland. Really need that sun to come up. Just so we get a better view of what's going on is all. Alright, let's get on the road. So, all of our garages are full. So really got to start thinking about what I should be doing with the money that we start accumulating. Another driver on the road, and as we saw, the driver we just hired has some pretty good skill points, so should be earning some decent money here for us in the near future. On the road again. At least it's not snowing first thing this morning. Now, I would like to turn and burn and get back onto base game maps, only because I do expect the Valentine's Day event to start here pretty soon. I mean, it is just right around the corner, but who knows, maybe they won't have an event. But they have had for the past few years, so I would not see why they wouldn't now. I don't know. So that's the edge of the road there, technically, okay? Speed limit is 70. We will do I think 75. That way we can just try to get to Portland a little bit. It is Portland I'm going to, right? I've been saying Portland. Yes, it is Portland. And we'll get paid $6,200 when we get there. If I have no cargo damage. So 6:45, the sun is rising. Sun rises a little bit later because we got the winter mod going, so of course, you know, sun rises a little bit later, sets a little bit sooner. But again, once I get to Portland and say turn and burn, we'll just have to see what Portland has to offer. See where they want us to go. Or what choices we have. Let me go ahead and reset my track IRs. Felt like I was sitting a little bit too high there for a moment. Not trusting traffic here too much. That's what. Gotta love that. I mean, really, I should be letting them in, but at the same time, it's one of those things, who was there first? They're paving the road in winter. It's gotta be a rough job paving in winter. New York, Boston. Well, that's kind of the way we want to go. We'll follow this bus driver for a little bit, but we'll probably pass him after he cut me off back at that construction site. And again, we can't really go by the lanes that are in the road, because I don't think the snow mod's quite lined up with these roads that are up here. The travel portion anyways. You're getting over there, that's fine. Actually, I need to be over there as well. No, you're actually taking that exit. Okay. I need the next one. Alright, picking the right gear. Alright, let's get up to the northeast, shall we? And it's been a moment since I've been to Maine. In the game and in real life, too. Been a couple years. Alright, so just 300 miles, not that far to go. I'll set the cruise control. Welcome to New York. Don't know if this is a single lane or double lane, have no idea. I think it's a single lane, now back to a double lane. Oh, speed limit is 65. That would give me a ticket going through here. But I'll risk it for a biscuit. So I do want to get to Portland before 2 o'clock. I know right now it says 1:30, but you never know. And look at that, we're already into Connecticut. Before we know it, we'll be in Massachusetts, and then New Hampshire. before we get to the great state of Maine. But yeah, the sooner I get up there, just gives me more time to turn and burn, at least get out of there a little bit. Not that I'm trying to rush you out of Maine, but like I said, we want to turn and burn as much as we can. More time on the clock, the better. I did log into the World of Trucks website before coming on here to see if there's any news about, and currently, as of right now, when I'm recording this, there is nothing about the Valentine's Day event, so, but who knows, maybe by the time you see this, they'll have something. Getting a few drivers, at least that was only $206 or whatever, some drivers returning without being able to find a load. That's what we want to see. Drivers just keep on bringing the money. And it's Harry P. Harry P is famous around here. He was once fired from our company, but rehired. I'm all about giving people a second chance. Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of good points, and yeah, just for a while, he just wasn't bringing the money, but I think sometimes I'm overlooking the... Not overlooking, but I'm looking too much into the money people are bringing in sometimes. Because if they have to come back across country without a load, it's too bad that the game can't quite... So if a driver's like in North Carolina and their home base is, let's say, California, and they're in a town, it's too bad if they don't have a load for them. They just can't say, the game can't say travel to the next town and find a load. It just says, all right, there's nothing here for you, so you got to go all the way back to California, which would be like a 3-day trip, or maybe even a 4-day trip, depending on their mood going back. But yeah, so that'd be like 3 or 4 days in a row where they're not earning a dollar. When they get back, of course, it also shows them as a negative because you got the repair and fuel cost. And if that's the day I decide to check, let's see how they're doing, earning some cash. Well, you know, it's not really their fault. It's just the way the game is programmed. They just drive back. The speed limit still is 65, but we're going to do 75 unless I see a cop. But traffic is picking up, so maybe I should slow down just a bit. All right, we're going to reset the cruise control here. There we go. Still over the speed limit, but I'm within the 10%, so we're good. Yeah, but already we're back up to $15,000 in the bank account. So we have enough money to pay off the loan. Or not pay off the loan, but pay off the loan for the day. So we won't get that weird email saying, your account is overdrawn. You got 48 hours, and then 20 seconds later, a driver completes the load and the bank sends me another email. Although, I will say, it is kind of fun to get emails in this game because you only get them really at day one, and only when there's an update to the game and saying, hey, you can take these special transport loads now out of these new cities that we added. Ooh, Rhode Island. Didn't expect to actually get all the way over to Rhode Island. Would be kind of interesting if they also had occasionally where they just said you get an email from, let's just say a dealership you bought a truck from before. If you just get an email saying, hey, we got this new truck on sale, not a used one. But let's just say you just got a random email from I don't know, let's just say Peterbilt sent me an email today and said, hey, we got this new truck that we're just trying to get rid of. Do you want to buy it for like 10% off? Now, you can't make changes to it. You just have to buy the truck as is. But then that, you know, then you can just buy it and then bring it to a store and configure it the way you want to. But, yeah, just seeing an email once in a while saying, oh, here's a 10% deal, 15% off deal. That'd be kind of interesting. But again, it's been a while since I played with the base game economy. I keep sometimes forgetting that with that, you may have millions and millions of dollars. You could care less about saving 10 or 15% on a truck. Or maybe you can get a special email saying, hey, if you arrive in the city in 3 days, we got a special load for you to take, and it's like double the pay. That could be something. Like if I just got an email right now and said, hey, if you get down to Dallas, Texas in 4 days, we got a load that you can take for double the price. Then I would have to figure out a way to, keep taking loads to try to get me to Dallas to get the special offer for double the price. So actually, this weather that we're seeing in the game is pretty fitting for the location because it did snow. I do live up in the Northeast, in case you did not know. But it did snow today, and it kind of looks like this outside my window. Snow stuck to all the trees and everything. Which is, it looks nice, but it's also kind of dangerous having that much weight on trees in the winter. Nope, we don't want to go to Boston. We want to just go directly north. I mean, where we're going to be in Portland, Maine, we're in the Northeast. About 95% of the loads that are going to be there are going to head in the general direction we need to go. There is a couple more towns up north. Or is it just one? Maybe just one. So, I mean, there's always a slight chance that it could be a load going north. Now we're getting there before 1 o'clock, even better. But I mean, at least we do got trees and everything up here in the Northeast, so it's not just open space everywhere. So I guess just Bangor, Maine is north of Portland. I thought there was another city up north of Portland on the map. Oh wow, we're okay. I just looked down, like, how many more miles? I was expecting like a 100 or 200 more miles, and look down, it's like, nope. Hello, New Hampshire. There's another driver that returned, but for 484, I can accept that. I must have missed the welcome to Massachusetts sign though. Don't blink though, because the Maine sign's going to be coming up real quick. Fun little fact for you, in case you did not know, New Hampshire actually does have a shoreline on the Atlantic coast. I think it's 18 miles in length. So New Hampshire is actually technically on the coast. Hello, Maine. How you doing? Yeah, I think it's an 18-mile coastline, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be. Place I used to go to a lot for vacations in Maine was for people in Maine or no Maine. I used to go to Saco quite often. Orchard Beach is a pretty popular spot on the southern coast of Maine. We'll be coming right back on down this road here in a few minutes. Just follow this trucker. Well, I say follow, but I think I'm gonna about 24 miles now. We'll cruise behind him. Our exit's got to be just like right around the corner. I don't want to be that guy today where I got to hurry up and pass you just to get, you know, on my exit. Alright, Portland, but which exit am I taking? Looks like the next one. It's almost like the pickup waited until I put on my direction light and it was like, yeah, we'll turn off here as well. Uh-oh, I rubbed the trailer on the guardrail. Now that used to be part of the penalty, but now they kind of change it to where it's cargo penalty. Where am I bringing this to? Lennar? Feels like I'm taking a long ways around. And just thinking about 6 or 7 years from now, we'll get a blog report from SCS saying Maine has been announced as the next state to be released. Might be the last of the states to be released, but it will be released. Then who knows? I think if they ever do get that far and keep the game going, who knows? They may release it as Canada and rename the game like North American Truck Simulator. I'm just thinking on down the line today, it seems like. Alright, where am I dropping this off at? Oh, now I see where we got to go with it. see how my backing up skills are to start today, which is probably, I don't feel good about it, but we'll see. I mean, it's a relatively simple one, you would think. But yeah, I did mess it up quite bad. Or maybe not. Alright, that's actually pretty darn good. See, I couldn't even tell. I thought that was bad. Look how nice it was. I mean, not that it was difficult, right, Cindy? Yeah, she agrees. She nodded. She did. She nodded. Current company job offers. Let's see what you got. What do you got going where? Okay. I mean, we can do that. $4.84 a mile. Needs to be there on Friday. What the heck is today? It's a Tuesday. So 26 hours, so Wednesday, Thursday. That is cutting it close. I got 4 hours today. So 22 and 4 is 26. And I get a couple of hours. Whew. That deadline's tight. But you know what? We're going to have some fun and we're going to take it. We are going to take it. No, we're fine. Our truck is fine. We can handle it. So a little bit of speeding is going to be involved here, as you would with a load like this. But if we can do a little bit of speeding along the way, we'll be okay. The only thing that can really screw us up is Cindy's got to be on top of her game, finding a good rest area without, you know, having to stop at 4 o'clock. Because if I lose hours in the day for driving, that's going to hurt. Bingo bango. They did say 8:30 in the morning, right? And now it says 8 o'clock in the morning. You just stuck like a half hour away from me, Cindy. It's not fair. Oh, wait. What does this weigh? Ooh, 123,000 pounds. Okay, that's a little heavy. Well, let's really turn and burn. Trying to get a drink before we actually get on the road again. Hello. So it is a transformer. Luckily, it's going to be mostly interstate, of course. I didn't see what the overall job was paying. I just saw what they were paying per mile. I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty darn good. We'll take that. What is it overall? I think I'd get paid more than that, but... Where did I... Oh, we left North Dakota, didn't we? North Dakota to Portland, Maine. That's where that delivery we just did was from. Well, I slowed down way too much. Oh, yeah, feel that weight. that was grinding gears. I was grinding gears a little bit there. Of course, going uphill and having a downshift, I was trying to do in a hurry, which I haven't had to do in quite a while. Now we'll just take forever to get up to speed. But I'm going to do 70. 65 all the way to, it was today, so I think if I do 70, we might be doing alright. We get as far as we get. That's all we can do. I don't think we passed many way stations on the way up here either, so if we can do the same on the way back, that'd be nice. Not having to stop at a way station where you gotta slow down and get back up to speed. I might get up to speed by the time it's to pull over to a rest area though. So again, if the Valentine's Day event does come active, I have to see how long it'll last for. And again, probably going to have to do external contracts, which you can only do on SES maps, so any maps that they have released. External contracts and such, so yeah, if it comes out and it ends but before I get back there, I'll either maybe do an extra episode this upcoming week, or I may just do them on my other profile. Just have to wait and see. See how it all goes. But right now, let's head back out and maybe get back as far as like Rhode Island today. Maybe. At least the weather's good. Nice and sunny all day, which is nice. I'm going to wait until about, it's 2 o'clock now. We'll wait another hour in game before we have to look to see where we're going to end up. Hopefully we can find something 2 hours out. And of course, with a tight schedule as we just saw, if we're in between a couple of, I'll probably pick the furthest one, meaning cover more distance. Wait, is the speed limit 75 leaving here? Was it 75 on the way up here and I just wasn't paying attention? May have turned to 75 when I got to Maine. Still got the throttle down to the floor. Trying to get there is what I'm doing. Let me guess. Welcome to New Hampshire. So I hope you enjoyed Maine. We were there for about 10 minutes. Oh, we're in Massachusetts. I completely missed the New Hampshire sign. I'm going to get over in this lane now. That's right, Mark. You're bringing that money and level up at the same time. Alright, there we go. Now we're gaining speed. But, not with this much weight. Okay, I'll put the cruise control at 79, which is... Yeah, it's a little bit fast for what we got behind us. But I do, like I said, I want to make up that time. Cover up some ground today. Alright, no traffic in front of us on a straight line. Let me go ahead and... We got about 2 hours left on the clock here. Oh, wow. Just nothing through here whatsoever. I mean, this is not 2 hours away, is it? Oh, that's 2 hours and 1 minute. So that's kind of... Yep, that's where we're going to have to go. I mean, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. We can manage. I mean, it could have been worse. Because after that one, there's not a rest area for a bit on the GPS path that we got. Excuse me, coming through. I got a deadline to make, people. Now the deadline is only tight because I'm only driving 11 hours a day instead of the 14. And that's why taking long trips can kind of hurt me once in a while. But it did work out when I went from the Seattle, Washington down to Palm Coast, Florida. That was like a 4-day trip. I didn't see where that rest area was. Was that down in New York? So I'm going to get all the way through the New England states, it seems like. Speed limit does say 75, and I'm just kind of curious because all the way up here it seemed like it said 65. And I'm gaining on traffic rather rapidly here. And now the speed limit is 65. All right, we'll cruise at 70. Feels a little safer driving too, slowing down. That seemed a little bit too fast. Connecticut welcomes us. Now, I've been to Connecticut a few times, and anyways, if you're from there, I apologize. I'm just poking fun. Kind of. Nah, overall it's not bad. Here comes the snow. So, when I said it was going to be a good day traveling, The last hour is going to be a little bit on the rough side, it looks like. Hula gal on the, this is where I'm getting off. Oh, this is our rest area. Alright, so I made some pretty good time coming down here. Just don't get me too much on a hill with this big of a load. As long as I can just keep rolling forward, I'm all happy with that. Oh, I think I saw that truck coming at the last second, so I'll make sure I pull out to this. I don't know who has the rights to the middle lane, but that's where I'm going to go. And we do got a stop here, apparently. I think, is that the first stop sign I've seen with the flashing lights around it? I'm going to let that truck go, in case you didn't see it. The stop sign with the flashing red lights around it. I don't remember seeing that anywhere before. In game, that is. I don't know if this is the in or the out, but I always guess wrong. I think I guessed wrong. $3.68 for diesel in the New York City area. So right now, not too bad. We were down to what? Just under 6,000 after I bought the truck, and we're back up to 26,500. Minus this $523 for diesel, which we'll take out in just a second. Cindy's looking like she does not want to get out and walk around today. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to drive. This is not one I can drive around in. Well, now I just made a huge mistake with this setup of a trailer. Because this is articulated. I don't know how many setups we got here, but quite a few. So in other words, boy, I'm going to have to back into one of these spots. My big butt can't really do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hog up all of them, I think. But I'm not getting the notification that I can rest here. Why not? Am I not in the rest area? Okay. Alright, the game is like, nope, you're not in the rest area. Okay, so I had this problem a little while ago. Was it like 2 episodes ago? So I may just have to nudge my way in somewhere between these trucks. Do I get a notification here? And now I got a trucker over here trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I don't know. How about if I stick my truck in here? It shouldn't matter which way the truck is pointing. I'm still not getting no notification at all, but I mean, you can see that yourself. Why does it keep zooming out there? Well, Cindy, I'm not too sure I know what's going on here. Other than, might have a slight issue. Maybe it's over here by the store. Maybe it's not quite lined up on the map. Alright, let me try turning around going the way that truck is. Does it matter which way you're going in, enter the rest area with the truck? Well, what I may have to do, I think I'm just going to park it here. And what I may have to do is I'll have to turn off the sleep trigger for next episode, but we'll keep the same time as we always do. And then I can turn it back on after that. So I think that's what I'll end up having to do. Not that big of a deal, I guess. Other than the way I parked here is kind of a weird situation, but it will do. Actually, let me go ahead and turn off the engine there. We don't need that running. So there we have it. Another awkward ending because I don't actually have a place to rest, even though it shows that it's here. But as for our company, if I go to Garage Manager, we're full everywhere. So now we're good to go. And if we go here, did he get on the road? On duty. On road. Driven distance 0. I don't think it actually counts if he's on the road and driving. But he's going to Little Rock to Bellingham, which I don't know where Bellingham is. Show on map view. That dude's taking one heck of a first trip. That should be a pretty good payday. Yeah, I'll take him a couple days to get there, but still, that is going to be a good paying trip. The big driver that we're looking for is Squirrel, because he's got a cistern tanker. Where is Squirrel? He usually is going to Orlando. Oh, there he is. He usually goes back from Denver to Orlando, Orlando to Denver, with the cistern tanker, which he's driving in Hydrus, Armenia. I think that's how I would say it. I have no idea, but that's what it is. But meanwhile, we are up here in the Northeast. We started a day over here, got ourselves up to Portland. There is Bangor, Maine, and Holton. That was north of us, and that was it. But we drove from here up to Portland, and we made it back down to. Actually, we're in Connecticut, and we are trying to make it back to, I think Fort Smith is where we're getting back to. But that'll take us a couple more episodes, I think, or it should. Yep, Fort Smith, Arkansas, it says right there in the upper left-hand corner. But anyways, that's where we are. So spent all the money, another truck on the road, and now, I don't know, maybe we'll buy another trailer with the money we get, or we'll be buying a garage, because that's the only next two steps. But any hoozles, I think that's what we're going to wrap it up for today. If you guys are still here, I'm talking like, well, if you are still here, I feel like it's a live stream I'm ending. But yeah, if you're still here, And you haven't done so, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you like. Leave me a comment as to why, but no one ever does. And yeah, if you're new here and you like to see in this type of content, you might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell. But that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, have a good one.